came alive in 2022. And another thing that happened was the studios opened back up. It was time to film movies again. And there was one that had been in production for quite a while. It was Wicked. Now, if you're not familiar with Wicked, this is a massive Broadway show. It's been around for decades. People love Wicked. And honestly, I'm not a huge Broadway fan, but when I saw Wicked, I was like, oh shit, okay, this is sick. Like, I'm not a musical guy. I'm not much of a Broadway guy, but there's a couple shows that I'm like, oh, this is really good. I say this sometimes. I'm a Weird Al Yankovic girl, okay? So that explains some things. Ariana Grande, she's a Jim Carrey girl, okay? She grew up a theater kid and a Jim Carrey fan. You gotta be somewhere else if you as a kid, your number one idol as a young girl is Jim Carrey. But that's who Ariana Grande is. But the other thing that she really loved was Wicked. And she always wanted to play Galinda in the movies, one of the lead roles. So it finally happens. Wicked is going out to production and Ariana throws her hat in the ring and she gets it. Not only is she in the movie, her favorite play that is becoming a massive production, but she got the lead role and it's exactly what she wanted. Now, it's time for her to meet the cast. Well, it's obvious that Ariana was getting along quite well with her other castmates because if we look back to November of 2022, we can actually see this really early post from Mr. Ethan Slater. It was liked by Ariana Grande. This is Ethan and his wife, Lily J. And the post says, "My best friend, 4 years married, 10 years together. And this is easily the best and most bizarre year yet." She gets to cast. She meets a couple people. Another character we'll meet is Cynthia. Cynthia, what is it? Erivivo? Cynthia. But Ariana was actually also married at this time to her husband, Dalton Gomez. Dalton Gomez was like a real estate guy or something. He was like a young kid, attractive, had a bunch of money. He was like in these social circles. And it seems like Ariana and Dalton had a fantastic relationship. But the relationship kind of gets put on ice because the filming of Wicked is all the way in London. So this means that Ariana and her castmates, including Miss Cynthia and including Ethan Slater, are all to travel out to London. They have their own residences, they have their own houses, whatever. But they kind of all live in the same vicinity. They got to get to set. And these guys, they're theater kids. So they're all about to become best friends. I'm going to put this one out there. This is information that was given to me from another theater kid. I didn't know this. You guys will have to confirm or deny, but the note that I am getting is that apparently theater kids are all super, super horny and like half of theater is about having crushes and like besties and hooking up and blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, there's the chatters. I'll let them take it away. So we got a bunch of horny theater kids living their dream and they all live in close quarters. Well, what's going to happen? Somebody might get a little crush. And for Ariana Grande, that crush was none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Ethan Slater. And if you haven't heard of Ethan Slater before, then you must not have seen SpongeBob the Musical because Ethan Slater, he was indeed SpongeBob on what? Broadway? Or I don't know what this was. Yeah. This is it. This is the guy that really just got Ariana's loins girdling or I'm so sorry, Ariana. So when Ariana meets Ethan Slater, something primal happens in her. This guy isn't just attractive. He's everything that she's never had. It's like he's a familiar face from the past that she just can't resist, and just something biblical triggers inside of her. I mean, it has to, because if you recall, Ariana is married to Dalton Gomez and Ethan is married to his best friend. At the time, Ethan Slater is married to this beautiful woman, Lily J. She's a therapist. She's tall. She's gorgeous. She's got you can just feel the energy off her. She's like intense, but elegant. I don't know. Of what I've read of Lily J, I'm just a fan, okay? Ethan and Lily were actually, I believe they were their college or high school sweethearts. They had been together for a decade. They had just decided to get married in 2018. And then when they got financially stable enough, probably after Ethan's big break as SpongeBob, they decided it's time to have a kid. Now, Lily has the child, and this is a little difficult because Ethan is out in London filming for this brand new movie. He has to take this opportunity. I mean, like, you guys get it, right? Like, sure, his wife and best friend of 10 years just had a baby, but if he goes off and does this movie, it could be his big break. He could set up his family forever. Like, it's such an amazing portfolio piece. Like, y'all get it, right? He has to do it. So he goes out to London and he's living in the Horny Theater Convent. Well, Ethan still wants to see his kid now and then. And so, I'm not sure if it was Lily was going to visit them in London or if he was going to go visit her in New York. But regardless, at one point, Lily brings the child. And Ethan goes to see his kid, but he also brought his little friend. He brought Ariana. He brought Ariana Grande to meet his newborn baby while his wife was in town. And Ariana holds the baby and you're so cute. I can't wait to have one of my own. Lily meets her. This is so amazing. How's filming going? Oh, this is great. And Ethan and Ariana are, everything's so amazing. And Lily's like, okay, great. There was a picture that went up. That was like him and Lily, or there was a picture of Ariana with the baby. Ariana was still liking Ethan's posts, liking things Lily posts, just everything. But little did Lily know that Ethan and Ariana had begun an affair. I feel like there were a lot of Ariana defenders and just general public statements that were kind of trying to be like, no. She and Dalton broke up, and then Lily J and Ethan Slater broke up, and then they got together after that because they were both going through a hard time. No. A source from the movie said they were sloppy on set. They were seen being all over each other while he was supposedly still happily married to Lily. They were seen making out at a pub in Hampstead, and they were all over each other at Michelle Yeoh's Oscar party in March of 2023. So, just to continue the timelines, Ariana and Ethan meet at some point in November of 2022, and by March of 2023, the Horny Theater kids cannot contain it. They are making out at Michelle Yeoh's party. Do you know who Michelle Yeoh is? That's mom, okay? That Michelle Yeoh looks like a mom. How you gonna go to your Hollywood mom's party and start sucking this married dude's face off? So, anyways, a little behind the scenes here. When some type of scandal like this happens in entertainment, like when an artist does something and they just want to do it, a company can dictate a lot of things that a musician or actor or just a celebrity does in some way. They can be like, you can't do this, you can't do this. We hear Doja Cat complaining about it all the time. She hates her label, she can't do anything, da-da-da-da-da. Well, sometimes the only place that an artist can express themselves or their anger or just do what they want is in relationships, or sometimes it's even their body. I'm a firm believer that Elvis was rebelling against his contract and he was so mad about it. And he was like, oh, you want me to sell sex? Okay, well, I'm just going to keep eating. And then da-da-da-da, because they were making him perform these shows over and over and over again. Sometimes an artist will try to reclaim power in certain areas of their life and it will kind of go to an extreme. But the agents and the PR companies, management, all of that, they are trained that when the artist does one thing that they can't control, it's all hands on deck to get that PR going. So in my opinion, behind the scenes, Ariana is supposed to be filming her movie, but she's actually creating a production issue for Wicked. Like, think about it. Would the executives at Wicked be angry that Ariana Grande is having a scandal with another married coworker when she's married? I don't know if anybody realizes how big of a problem this was for the movie itself, and then also for Ariana, her team, her career. And she is just doing whatever she wants with Ethan, and they cannot stop her. So it's time to spin up the PR machine. Well, first they got to get rid of Ariana's marriage. They've got to sunset that, right? So it's, Ariana, don't wear your ring in pictures. People are going to notice. You guys got to understand, they know that we're going to notice stuff. Back in the day, it used to be, oh, so-and-so unfollowed so-and-so, da-da-da-da, and it was like a secret little message to us. Like, they know that